I don't suppose we're going to leave this case in Detective Phelan's less than capable hands. Prudence had set down her empty teacup and found paper and pencil in Madame Regine's desk. I might as well write down everything we saw and can remember. It looks as though we'll be stuck here for a while with nothing better to do. She frowned in concentration, covering the piece of embossed letter paper with line after line of perfect penmanship, the product of hours of practice under the tutelage of demanding governesses. Every now and then she paused, tapped the pencil on the desk, and asked Geoffrey a question. It wasn't that she didn't trust her own memory, but Prudence was aware that despite everything her partner had taught her, she couldn't match his ability to read a scene and draw logical conclusions. That came only after years of experience. Would a glass weight like the one used on the seamstress be left out on the cutting table overnight? Geoffrey asked. He nodded approvingly as Prudence sketched the weight from memory. Neither of them had touched or moved it, but both had memorized what it looked like and the spot where it lay. When I was working in the costume shop at the Argosy-Theatre, the cutting table was always cleared at the end of the day. Prudence absent-mindedly rubbed the healed but still sensitive palm of one hand. She'd gone undercover on the Argosy-Theatre case and been badly injured. Once in a while a weight would be forgotten, but they were usually kept in a basket under the table. The fabric shears, like the one Brenda Levitt's killer used to destroy my dress, were stored in a locked drawer because they're much more expensive than ordinary scissors. The costume mistress said they should never be used on anything but material. Cutting paper or cardboard with them was a cardinal sin. Don't ask me exactly why. It has something to do with the way the blades are sharpened. That answers one of my questions. Our killer came unarmed. He would have used a gun if he'd had one. Instead, when his victim ran from him, he picked up the only weapon at hand, a glass weight in plain sight on the cutting table, and chased her across the room. He was bigger, stronger, and faster than Brenda Levitt, but it couldn't have been a swift or painless death. If, as Madame Regine suggested, Brenda had come upstairs to get a piece of silk to match with the pearls, she probably unlocked whatever drawer the fabric shears were kept in. They weren't on the cutting table, or her attacker would have used them instead of the glass weight. Prudence was reenacting the death scene in her mind, just as Geoffrey had taught her, placing herself there as an imaginary witness. I don't think a knife could have made those even cuts in the silk. It would have slashed raggedly through the fabric. So perhaps Brenda had already cut a piece of the silk, then set the shears down somewhere out of the killer's sight. She ran because she was trying to get to them to defend herself. Knives were common street weapons. Odd that this intruder apparently carried neither a gun nor a blade. Except for the glass weight, there was no other weapon anywhere near the body, Prudence said.